everybody, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about Mission Impossible. Shit, which one was this one? Is this 7? Is this the 7th Mission Impossible? Either way, it's called Dead Reckoning. Now, that's Dead Reckoning. Dead Reckoning. Now, Mission Impossible is such a crazy franchise because this is Tom Cruise's longest franchise. Tom Cruise has been doing this for over a decade. I mean, the first Mission Impossible came out forever ago. It was a young Tom Cruise. And this franchise, like, has been weird. Like, ever since, like, I want to say Ghost Protocol, probably, the franchise has been going in a totally, it's been more high octane, crazy. Mission Impossible, in a lot of ways, is smart Fast and Furious. Like, really, it's educated Fast and Furious. It's the Fast and Furious if they actually use their brain. It's in many ways it is, because we come to see Mission Impossible for almost the same reasons we go to see the Fast and Furious movies, which is the stunts, the action, the atmosphere, the beautiful locale, all that stuff. But the difference is Mission Impossible is like if you took some of the best qualities of those Fast movies and you took some of the best qualities of the James Bond movies, and you get Mission Impossible with, you know, Tom Cruise playing the iconic, at this point, Ethan Hunt. At this point, Ethan Hunt's pretty much is even bigger than Jason Bourne, you know, because for a while America kind of tried to have their own James Bond, and I guess we did end up getting it in Ethan Hunt. Either way, anyways, another grand mission, another big Earth, you know, threatening thing. Another him and his crew getting together to stop this thing. You know, you've seen it. You've seen it before in terms of the setup. But start with the positives. Obviously, the action sequences and the stunt sequences are stunning. They are well done. They're well thought out. They're well realized. Very minimum CGI being used. You can tell that most of this is all practical. All those explosions, all this shit, most of it is all practical, including Tom Cruise's insane fucking stunt. You know, him jumping off that cliff, an actual cliff in real life with a fucking motorcycle, and then parachuting down. Do you know how fucking nuts that is? Tom Cruise is in fucking sane. Every one of these movies, he does something that's like, are you fucking nuts? I believe last movie, he held on to a fucking plane on the outside as it was ascending. I'm like, yo, this dude's nuts. But Tom Cruise is one of the only actors pretty much left in Hollywood who really puts a value on people knowing that it's him who's doing it. You know what I mean? He's one of those few actors. And I especially remember in this movie paying attention during some of the running sequences, where often in movies, I mean, Taken was really bad. Well, the Taken movies got really bad with it, where like they either have to cut around the actor so that the actor doesn't have to really do this this hard, very tiresome thing, or it's such a easy render of a CGI character in there doing the move that it's just like, oh god, that was totally a CGI, or that was totally a stunt man. You can see it. You can see it looks like a different person for a split second. But not here. Like I say, one of these sequences, Tom Cruise is running, and it's not a lengthy run sequence, but it's a nice little run sequence. And the entire time I'm staring at his face, I don't know why, because I'm so used to in movies, this is when they sub out, they put in the fucking, you know, stunt guy, or they CGI something in, because Tom can't really run this, you know, that's a lot. But no, Tom Cruise straight up ran like, I don't even know, it was a good distance, dude. It was like, he ran like 50 yards. He ran like 50, 60 yards, like just sprinted it. Like 50, 60 yards, just bam! And the camera was on him the whole sprint. And I was like, yo, this dude's fucking nuts. Now granted it cut, so more than likely the camera cut. He was like fucking tired, but the camera cut and he turned and he was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going. But like, still, him doing that run sequence, I was just like, yo, that man's in amazing shape, you know. He really is about doing a lot of as many of his own stunts as he possibly can, because he really, like I say, he's one of the few actors who, you know, anymore, who values the, you know, people seeing his face. I thought the same thing with Chris Hemsworth in the Extraction movies, where I'm like, I see his face. I know Chris Hemsworth is here doing these things, and you know, he values that. And I like it when an actor values that. That's very great. But Tom Cruise takes it to a whole another level. Jackie Chan probably took it to an even crazier level, but I digress. So, great stunts, great action. The crew's back together. Vin Rames, you know, Simon Pegg and all them, they're all together. Their back and forth is obviously fun. And, you know, it's the crew's back and it's fun again. Now, I will say, once you get past the action, once you get past the crew being together, once you get past some of this, the great cinematography and the stunts and the obvious soundtrack, you got a story that I am conflicted about. I'm gonna tell you. Well, because while, you know, I get it, I just don't know. Like I say, this is a minor spoiler, because it's something that's kind of spoiled in the trailer. It's pretty much spoiled in the first few minutes of the movie, honestly, like up top, before the intro ever even cuts on. Is Tom Cruise in this movie is fighting an AI. Like, you know, like Ultron, not like that, but an AI, like some Skynet shit. And the AI of it all does kind of become a bit much. You know what I mean? And the entire time I was watching the movie, I was like, every time they've had a couple sequences, multiple times, they keep talking about this AI, how it can see the future, how it can predict what you're going to do, how it gets your emotions and knows how you're going to act, and know how you're going to respond, and like all this shit this AI can do. And it's like, okay, like, now that there is a physical villain, an actual physical villain. Although there's not much to that guy, he's just evil, I guess. Like I say, they don't really get into him that much. He's just kind of an asshole. Like, he's an asshole from Ethan's past. Like I said, they really don't get too much into him. Either way, there's a physical villain and then there's the AI. But like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, but certain things that happens with the AI doesn't quite make sense, and it is a bit ridiculous. So much of the movie, when involving this AI, is kind of convoluted. It leads to certain things happening that I'm not sure how I feel about, especially at a very emotional point that happens in the movie, that I didn't really feel as sad as I might have felt. One, because of the actor and what happens and how long the actor's been in the franchise and whatnot, and a few other things. But also, I don't know, this AI of it all, I'm just not the biggest fan of it and how it was executed. It just feels like they was like, okay, we gotta go bigger than that. What can we go? An AI. I was like, okay, sure. Like I say, that it makes no sense, because the AI can see all this, then how can it stop Ethan? There's a lot of holes in the entire AI story that doesn't quite make sense. But, new addition, Haley Atwell, the love of my life. Sorry. If you've been listening to me long enough, you know I love Haley Atwell. I loved her ever since she played Peggy Carter. I have been in love with that woman ever since. The woman single-handedly, especially in Captain America and Agent Carter, great show, that woman single-handedly made me want to go fucking to Britain, bro. I'm like, man, I need to go to Britain and get me a girl like Peggy. Like, she is so fucking gorgeous. And it's funny, because I haven't really seen her in too many things in a little bit. She's in stuff, like, Haley Atwell's in stuff, here and there, but I haven't really seen her in a bit. So seeing her in this, and I thought she was gonna be a small role. Well, I saw her in the trailers and stuff, and I saw her at the premiere. But I thought she was gonna be in this for a little bit, especially at the beginning of the movie when they introduced her. I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, she's gonna be here for this amount of time and out. But no, she's like basically the second build actor in the movie. She's second billing. She's the lead actress. And I didn't see that coming. I was like, wow, Haley Atwell's the lead actress? I did not see that coming. So, like I said, it did kind of catch me off guard to see her, be that big of an integral role in the movie. Good Lord, Ethan be just picking women up, bro. Like, he gets women, but Ethan gets just as many women as Bond. He just does it in a whole different way. It's not like he's flirting. James does his whole game, Like, Ethan doesn't do that, but... Yeah, Ethan ain't playing any game, but I mean, homie be getting girls to just fall for him, bro. And these life-threatening situations. I mean, I guess it would be pretty easy to get a girl to fall for you if you're saving her life from a freaking incredible, insane situation. Again, it'd be pretty easy to get a girl to fall in love with you. But it is just as funny, dude, how like, he is just really good with women, dude. And it's not like he's trying. He's just like, he's just like that, man. I'm just that guy. But, so I loved Haley Atwell. She was great in the movie. But like I said, I'm conflicted. The actual plot and story of the movie is a mixed bag. And as I've said many times before, I'm a huge story guy. So while I love the action, Tom Cruise was great in the movie. All the main actors were great in the movie. Haley Atwell obviously was fun in this movie. I love the action pieces, set pieces. I love the cinematography. All these things are great. I'm still on the fence about this story. I'm 50-50 on it. I can take it or leave it. I think the whole AI thing was a little over the top. And like even for a movie where they can make people real life masks that make you look exactly like people, the AI was still the most over the top thing in it. It was still a bit ridiculous, like I said, and a little bit of it was a lot of it was very convoluted. But I still had a great time. I still had fun with this movie. The action is still some of the best action you'll see this year. It's still some of the best cinematography. Tom Cruise is still the best action star going in Hollywood. So all that being said, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It had potential to be much better. I don't think it's as good as the last movie. It might not be as good as the last 2 movies, to be honest with you. Like in comparison to Rogue Nation and Fallout, I don't think it's quite as good as that. Though it is still a very good movie. It's still one of the best action movies you're gonna get this year. I would still go check out Mission Impossible. What's it? Dead Reckoning. Check that out. Thank you guys again. I'll see you on the next one.